This is Art Travels, where I explore cities through street art, architecture, food, and leave my own work behind in the streets.
Welcome to the episode 3. We have finally reached our main destination in Poland, which is the town called Gdańsk. It's a very beautiful city. This city has a huge old town. This is a port town, and tourists, as you see, even in this cold weather, there is just abundance of people. I thought there's gonna be empty streets because today we have a little bit problem with the weather. It doesn't want to work with us, and it's pretty cold and very, very windy.
I know that there are people out there who hate stickers, who hate street art, and you think it's all trash and rubbish. But hey guys, we are here for a limited time only, so let's just try and have fun, be kind to each other, and enjoy the moment.
The wind is the biggest problem today. That's why I have my mic, and I'm gonna be trying to show you something around this place. But tomorrow is gonna be excellent weather. At least they are predicting plus 18 Celsius with sunshine. The wind is gonna be a problem still tomorrow, but it will be a much more lovely day. So for now, we're just popping into Old Town to check it, to see it, if we're gonna return tomorrow or we're gonna explore other places. But our day started not so fun. We started pretty early because we needed to get the keys to our Airbnb, and after we got the keys, we thought we're gonna venture on and have a lovely lunch and then buy some groceries, because tomorrow is Sunday and it's Easter Sunday and everything in Poland is gonna be closed. So we needed to do our groceries. I don't need to explain, just watch this clip from the morning. We're at the most ginormous shopping mall. The shopping mall is so big that down there's a whole stream and a little bit of a jungle in the middle section of this mall. It's enormous, and we're having lunch finally. We're so hungry. We haven't eaten a decent breakfast, and we're having something healthy. These are salad bowls. I have my with chicken and eggs. Alice has her with chicken and avocado. And kids are having hamburgers. And Hannah is wearing her bunny ears, right? We're gonna eat, and then we'll have to go grocery shopping because tomorrow is Easter Sunday, and everything in Poland is gonna be closed. There's gonna be no grocery stores, no restaurants, no cafes. Even though we are in Gdańsk, it's all gonna be closed. So we have to do our shopping. So we have food for tomorrow and for Monday morning when we are leaving Gdańsk. So I need a little bit of shopping, and then we can go explore the city. This is one of my favorite stores, and it has a mid-season sale. Why is it my favorite store? Because they use a lot of art from real artists. Like this is Ilona Tambor. I don't know if you can see, but up there is a sign which says Ilona Tambor, and this is her artwork printed on their garments, and I think they look very, very cool. Let's see if the men's section has the same artist. Yes, it has. Ilona Tambor. Tell me this is not a badass shirt. You can see here's the tag, Ilona Tambor. Oh man, this is so dope. Polo shirt with some mythical creatures, griffins. And the fabric is so nice. You can see here medicine advertisement, and it's pretty dope. Tell me it's not. Something about Mexico. I don't know, I think they have very dope style, very witchcrafty, tattooy. Nice, I like it.
And I bought this shirt in the medicine store. You can see here it says Grafika Polska, Polish graphics, Polish artwork, and it's with a cat, and on the back of it there's 3 cats leaning on each other. And you can see here on the tag the art is by Aga Servička. So they have a special rack where they sell other Polish artworks, and that's why I love to come and check out the store. It has some unique pieces, and it wasn't all that expensive. 23 euros, 90 zloty. It's not a bad price for such a cool shirt, and the fabric is nice and thick, the color is good. So yeah, go check it out if you ever see a medicine store. We didn't get the food because it turns out everything closed. We had our lunch at 12 and 1:30, as you can see. Everything closed, even the grocery store. So it means we're out of food and everything else for 3 days, which is completely stupid. We have to do all of our groceries in this small Żabka that is only one that is open, and there are only 2 shopping carts, and we cannot put all of our groceries in them, so I'm bringing 2 of my own boxes from the car, and we're gonna try and bring everything back from the store. But this is extremely stupid. I hate this thing in Poland when they close every single grocery store on the weekends. And this is what we have to deal with. Oh my god. Look at our shopping carts. But we have eggs, we have water, and we got some already ready-made meals for tonight. And I don't understand why the small grocery stores can work and they have limited produce and much higher prices, but the big supermarkets are not allowed to work. This must be a nice business to be in. I bet they make all their year's salary on this one Easter holiday. Also, there are a bunch of different like buy one get one free, but you have to have your Żabka card, and we don't have a Żabka card because you only can register with a Polish phone number, which we don't have. What are we looking for? Wine?
Tricky because the price is
Yeah.
if you're buying 3. If you're buying 1, the difference is kind of
Twice as much?
Yeah. Because
That's the same with the beer. I had to buy 6 beers, so it would be...
sorry, I have to buy.
Yeah, sorry, I have to drink more. Because you have to buy, like, it's a 4-pack, but the good price is for the 6. So are you gonna buy 8 or 4? That's a bit stupid. It should be 6 in 1 pack if they have the good price. But that's just me. I'm just hating this holiday. I'm hating that everything is closed. And we have to, like, sort out these mundane problems like grocery shopping, which shouldn't be a problem, but it is. And now we have limited choices, and like you just buy what you see. You don't buy what you want.
I need a toothbrush for the kid. Which one?
And it's all 2 packs. This was not cost-effective shopping. This is ineffective shopping. 520 zloty for 2 boxes of food. Waiting time.
we have reached the port side of the city. This is the canal. There you can see there was the crane that lifted all the things from the ships that are coming into Gdańsk. But architecture is absolutely stunning and amazing. Even the new houses are made in the style of old ones, but they are completely new and completely in a different style. But they resemble the old ones on the other bank. But I don't really love these touristy places. A lot of scammers, a lot of thieves, and not much of atmosphere. There's not atmosphere. Maybe there's too much people who are creating this buzz. It more feels like a market street and not an old town. And I want to leave my magnet somewhere in a, I don't know, more curious place. This feels way too commercial and generic. But I'm spoiled. I live in Europe. I know there are much more cuter places. Of course it looks amazing, but we're gonna venture on. I'm gonna try to find, I have, I guess, 3 magnets with me. One is the big one that I showed you in previous videos, and 2 small ones. And I want to find, I don't know, something special for them. Because this is crazy, there's too many people. You can't even understand what is going on. Everything is buzzing. People from bars and restaurants are dragging you in. Come inside, Italian pizza and whatnot. And it feels just like an endless stream of people. Like this guy is calling you in. Come on, take the menu, join us. But there's like no feeling of chill. There's no feeling of how the city lives and breathes. We're gonna try and throw this piece all right on that sign behind me, because it's the back of the sign. We're not obscuring the sign.
There are cameras.
There are lots of cameras, yeah, but who cares? It's on magnets. We can take it off if somebody is saying something. I'm gonna try and capture this on my phone. Kids, oh, hello. Meitenes, mēs ejam stopus. We're gonna throw it. Boom. Cool, I found Street Wind's original piece here in Gdańsk. This is very nice. I follow him on Instagram. Street wind underdash, street underdash wind underdash. And people are walking by like, oh, what the hell? Oh, nice. Good, we found something. We just turned away from the main street. There's nothing really going on, just tons of people walking nowhere, because there is no destination. The street goes from one side of the city to other side and ends, and people just go from one side to other side and go back. They don't have really any destination. And I said, let's turn into some corner street and see if there's something good to find. And boom, the first corner we turned, I found some street art. Nice. Also leaving stickers and magnets somewhere outside of the most touristy place is a little less nerve-wracking, because there are cameras all around and I don't know how this city reacts to fun action. That is called street art. This is a nice ride. Sightseeing. It's stupid. Jesus Christ. It's stupid, but I better just see these kind of cars than basic taxis in the old town. Sometimes we stop by souvenir shops to look if they sell something from local artists. And this is pretty neat, but I bet this is not a local artist. This is just somebody's
But it says magnet art handmade, 32 zloty. This is nice, and they have lots of different designs. And these looks like they're printed. 18 zloty. We stopped by here because we saw these houses, grabbed our attention. It's made for a candle. You put a candle in, and then you get a glowing house. And this is how much? 105, so $25 up to 30. But still, souvenirs that made from ceramics are nice. Aesthetically pleasing for me, at least. Because when we were in Croatia, they had many souvenirs that are made from local artists. And other cities have only some imported crap from China. Crap here and crap there. Okay, there's everything about sailing because it's a port city. Scrunchies.
Many.
Scrunchies in every rainbow color available. Shot glasses. This is... I don't understand why you need shot glasses with boobs. Why is this in every city? What else do we have? Different beer openers. Here we go again. These ceramics, handmade, mandala art designed. It's not bad, but I guess it's some kind of cliche that presses into clay and makes this. That's why it feels like manufacturing in huge amounts. That it's not all that handmade. It is handmade, but still there's a manufacturing line involved in this. T-shirts. Okay, I think we have warmed up and we can continue to leave our own magnet art. And if you haven't seen what I'm talking about, we're gonna leave mine somewhere in the city.
Somebody has left a little ceramic piece, a unicorn, but it's mainly broken off. That's what I'm talking about. Still, and he did it on a magnet. It is on a magnet. See? Same stuff I'm doing. Shame it's broken up. But that's not a bad idea to make from something from ceramics. We found the most beautiful building. I love those giant windows. And there is what? Music and wine inside. I thought it's an art gallery because of the banners floating in the wind. People drink wine here. Nice. Let's see the prices. Tartar, salatki, 90. Dodatki, French fries are 25. That means €6 for fries, which is $7 to $8, which is kind of double the normal amount. So it's a posh and expensive place. But when you venture off the main street, there are no people. The next parallel street to this one is the main street, and it's full. It's chock brim full of people, and there's no fun in navigating through those masses when there's lots of interesting pieces and architectural details all around. Like every house has something interesting to look at. Of course, never-ending football fans with their stickers of ultras and whatnot. We're getting cold, and our parking is gonna end soon. It's not expensive parking, but you have to pay in advance. Like you have to know for how long you're gonna be here. And I paid just for an hour and a half, and I thought we're gonna be frozen by then. But now we're thinking, oh, we could stay at least 20 minutes more.
That's it for day one in Gdańsk. It's too cold to stay after the sunset. The wind is just crazy. I don't remember if I showed you the apartment or not. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna prepare for the Easter. We're gonna color our eggs, boil our eggs in onion peels. That is our traditional way. We found eggs in Żabka. We were very lucky, but these are not white eggs. White eggs would have much bigger effect after coloring. Okay, where did you get that?
From home.
From home? Okay. And we bought. We have come to us. Study? No, it's not the word. When you can buy onion peels in a grocery store, or before that, people would come to the onion section and would rip off every peel from the onions and just take those. Because this is our traditional way of coloring eggs. It's gonna give a very deep brown color, and before we put them inside to boil with the onion peel, we're usually... Why it's so dark in here? Come on. Usually we take the egg, dip it in a little bit of water, and then you take the first green stuff that is available outside. But it better works with white eggs. It's not so much with brown eggs.
Then we cover.
And then we cover with onion peel. And so you're gonna wrap your eggs in this. We don't know how it's called. Absorbent cotton gauze. I don't know. Gauze. Then you take anything you found outside, first leaves, first sprouts, anything. You cover it up, wrap it inside goose, and then you put it inside the onion peel soup and boil it for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna get nice and dark eggs with different patterns from the greenery that we put on. Well, women work. We men, wrong glass. We men must eat. So I have prepared traditional kielbasa, sausage, and soured. You call them gherkins. We call them cucumbers. And of course, Polish beer. Polish beer is nice. Oh, just like a painting. Here we are readying our onion peel soup, if you can call that. And here are our patients getting ready for the bath time. While Hannah is eating pancakes with strawberry jam. Oh yeah. Our guys are ready to take the plunge. And in they go. Bathtub? Yeah, they're going in our little onion bathtub. Onion bathtub. And while we wait for these guys to get all nice and brown, I'm starting my little workshop. I have to finish the last pieces I have with me. Right now I'm doing the fat outlines. And after that I'm gonna continue with my fine lines and detailing. I'll show you how the final pieces look. I hope to leave all of them tomorrow in Gdańsk. I hope the weather's gonna be much more easier on us, and we're gonna be there for at least 2 or 3 hours, and I can find nice spots for these guys in some smaller alleyways where there is no cameras and This is the first time I'm creating something on the road while we're traveling, and I must say it's been a nice change because I can show you guys like organically how I'm doing stuff. I don't have to pre-record anything. Also, it takes my mind off for a bit, and that's very welcome for my ADHD brain. And at the evening, it's a nice quiet moment for an hour or two just to plunge into creative process of making my artwork. So I think I'll be doing this for now on forwards when we're doing these art travel series in the future. And here we go. I finished all three, and hopefully we can all lose them tomorrow in Gdańsk. This was a little mishap. Forgot to color the mustache. I don't know how it happened, but it doesn't matter. Nobody will notice. 3 magnets on the big ones, 2 magnets on the small ones, and we are set for tomorrow. The eggs are ready, and we can take them out and cool them off. You can do it. We'll let them sit for extra 10 to 15 minutes after they were boiled ready, so they will be extra dark. No idea what are they gonna look like, but we're gonna show you in a moment. Or maybe we'll leave it for tomorrow. This is how we play the police. Here's the robber, and here's the police. And they're just running around the table like crazy. That's it. Let's make first test. Did we get any result at all? Oh no, there is some result. But I think we need to wait for tomorrow because the lighting is not ideal to view them. So you guys will have to check into the 4th episode of this series to see how we did it, because tomorrow is Easter. Of course, we're gonna have some family time, and we're gonna do egg fights. Tish, 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 tish. That's it from today. Tune in tomorrow when it's gonna be Easter Sunday. We're gonna be heading back into Gdańsk. We're gonna leave all of my stickers, not the stickers, I mean the magnet artwork as much as possible. Stickers. It's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be warm. I hope we're gonna have a fun day. Cheers to all of you, and see you in the next one. Peace. I'm a creative still exploring the world and myself, here to inspire you through everyday videos as an artist, designer, father, gadget lover, and food enthusiast. Stay curious, get inspired, and be creative.
Be creative.